Now at 4:30, more evidence booster seats save lives, but it might be tough to get older kids to cooperate with the new recommendations. A new study by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety rated child safety seats. Now the agency is raising eyebrows by suggesting smaller stature kids might need to stay in the seats until they're as old as 12. CBS 11's Robbie Owens takes a closer look at the new recommendations.
The safety message couldn't be clearer. Seat belts save lives. But experts are reminding parents that seat belts were built for adults, so children may need to stay in booster seats much longer than is legally required.
As many wrecks as there are, as congested as the roadways are, people texting and driving, all that stuff, the safer we can keep the kids, the better.
Mother of two, Jessica Benitez, can commiserate with parents whose kids don't like the car seats and boosters, but her instinct for safety is backed up by solid research that says kids need to be restrained. According to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, children between the ages of 4 and 8 are 45% less likely to be injured in a motor vehicle crash when riding in a booster seat than those wearing seat belts alone.
I think all parents want to do the right thing. They just may not know what the right thing is.
Shelley Stevens Stidham is with the Injury Prevention Center of Greater Dallas. She says Texas has some of the nation's strongest child safety restraint laws, which require that children ride in car seats or boosters until their 8th birthday. But she says it's not age, but fit that matters.
When they can sit for long periods of time with their back against the seat, with their feet on the bottom of the floorboard, and with their bottom just back near the bite of the seat. If you can keep your kid in a booster seat until they're 12 years old, then do that.
I think it's great. Cars are dangerous, they're big, these guys are little. The longer they're in the car seats, the better. Seatbelts only do so much when you're so little.
And seatbelts don't do anything at all if you're not using them correctly, Tracy. So here's an example right now of how a typical 8-year-old should be properly buckled in the vehicle. But as we know, many of them aren't. Marissa Rodriguez with the Injury Prevention Center of Greater Dallas at Parkland Hospital is going to give us an example of what's not right about this seatbelt here.
Thanks, Robbie. Yes, so we have a typical 6-year-old here that they should be in a booster seat. This one is not in a booster seat. So what a lot of 6-year-olds do is they put it under their arm or pass it behind their back because it bothers them and it doesn't sit right.
So this is a good example of a kid that should be in a booster seat, even though they're telling mom and dad, I'm too big and I don't want.
Big, right. That is a norm that we definitely want to change. And it's not just for booster seats, it's for every stage. We don't want to graduate kids way too early before they actually need to. So once you put the child in the booster seat seat should fit properly across their chest and not touching their neck, and should be snug at the hips, not at their stomach, which is dangerous.
So if these feet aren't long enough to touch the floorboard, they need to be in a booster seat.
Well, there's a lot of kids different types of sizes. So if the knees bend properly, they can sit all the way back and stay in this position the entire ride, and it's fine. Okay, so the booster seat's recommended for 8 to 12 years of age right now because it doesn't necessarily mean the age. You want them 4'9", and that's about when the seatbelt fits them properly. So that's what we want.
So it's about using these booster seats appropriately to make sure the kids are safe.
Correct.
Absolutely. Correct. Marissa, thank you so much. My daughter is 11 months and 7 years, 11 months old, so she is going to be heartbroken when I go home and tell her tonight that you are not getting out of that booster seat next month. Live in Dallas, Robbie Owens, CBS 11 News.
Darn it, I know, it's so hard. Those kids just want to be older so much faster, right? I know. Thank you so very much, Robbie. Appreciate it.